Hi YouTube, Shayna here. I am coming in for my 2-week post-op video. I know that you guys can probably tell that I'm looking better than last week. I was 1 week out last Wednesday when I made my video, and I was really struggling. I was still having a lot of nausea and just not feeling well at all. So I am feeling better. I haven't had to take nausea medicine for quite a few days now, and I still have waves of nausea now and then, but it's a lot better. It's not like constant all the time. Really, the main thing that I'm working through is the mental side of this, the mental hunger, the cravings, and just trying to get my energy level back. I feel like, sorry, my eyes itching. I feel like I have energy, but if I even just go outside and take a 5 or 10 minute walk, by the time I get back inside my apartment, I feel so exhausted. Like I've just been zapped of I've just been drained of everything, all of my energy. So I'm still trying to get my energy levels back. Today's Wednesday, and I go back to work a week from tomorrow. So I have 1 more week to start building back my energy. And this Friday, I'm still on liquids right now, but I'll get into all of that. Let me just go ahead and do my numbers first. On May 11th, I started my 10-day pre-op liquid diet. And when I started that, I was at my highest weight, which was 262.4 pounds. All of these numbers are based off of my home scale that I just bought before surgery and everything. So and none of these numbers are from the surgeon's office, because I like to weigh in the morning before I eat or drink anything. And without any clothes on, so I really know what I weigh. So anyway, I started at 262.4. The day before my surgery, I was 252.4, so I had lost 10 pounds. I didn't weigh the day of surgery, so I don't have a day of surgery weight, I just have the day before. Last week, I came in to you guys at 242.6, so I had lost 9.8 pounds since the day before surgery. And so that was about a week, 8 days, I had lost 9.8. And a total of 19.8 at that time. And today I weighed in at 237.8. So since last Wednesday, I've only lost 4.8, which is not as much as I was expecting. I was a little bit disappointed to see that number, just because I am only 2 weeks out from surgery. I'm still on liquids, but there are a couple reasons why I think my weight loss was a little less this week, and I'll get into that. So since the start on May 11th, I've lost a total of 24.8 pounds, and I've lost the 24.8 in 3.5 weeks, which is great. I'm not really going to be calculating how much I've lost since surgery total. I'm just going to go off of how much I've lost since the beginning when I started my pre-op liquid diet, because I never would have done a liquid diet ever. Probably not even for one meal. Unless, of course, just for the purposes of having weight loss surgery. So I I would say that my weight loss on my pre-op diet is completely obviously related to my surgery, so I'm going to include that in my total weight loss since surgery, because I consider that still part of my surgery weight loss as well. Okay, so a few things. I'm sorry I keep doing this with my eye, but it feels like I have something stuck in my eye. Few things to talk about. I obviously have a huge cold sore on my lip. I've had this cold sore for at least a week now. Over a week I've had it. And I know that I haven't had a cold sore for years. And I usually don't get them unless I go outside and I get really sunburnt. My lips get sunburnt, and then I'll get a cold sore. And obviously, just by looking at me, I have not been out in the sun at all. So I was pretty frustrated because it was kind of like around the same time I started feeling a little bit better. Well, I was still feeling pretty sick, but it was a couple days before. Okay, let me try not to make this confusing. I got the cold sore, and a couple days later is when the nausea stopped. So I was feeling better. I was feeling more willing to go out to the store and things like that, to the bank and everything. But then, of course, I was so embarrassed I had this huge cold sore on my lip. So that was frustrating. But I know it's because of, obviously, just all the stress on my body and a lack of vitamins. I had bought the Centrum Silver 50 years plus vitamins, chewable vitamins, that are for people over 50, because they have, I guess that's what I was supposed to have. And they were terrible. So I only took it like one day, and then I didn't take any vitamins. This is post-op I'm talking about. Post-op, once I got home, I took it the first day home, and then for like 3 or 4 days I didn't take any vitamins, and that's when this cold sore popped up. And then I started taking a different kind of vitamins. I got the Flintstones Complete, and I know that's really not the best vitamins I can be taking, but it's better than nothing. And just with all the nausea and everything that I have struggled with, and I still have some nausea, I didn't want to be forcing myself to chew something that was going to make me want to be sick. So I've been taking that. So anyway, the cold sore is going down, but it's embarrassing and I hate it. Another thing, the reason why I think my weight loss this morning wasn't as much as I thought it would be, two things. I was a little bit rebellious the last few days, being on liquids for 10 days before surgery, and then of course 2 weeks after surgery. It's just been extremely hard for me. Like, I was starting to feel like I was going to lose my mind. So I kind of advanced myself to purees, but not even the purees I should have had. I had egg salad with low-fat mayonnaise one day. But I didn't put it in the blender. I just like mushed it up really good. And then the really bad part was I had one saltine cracker with it, and of course I chewed it up really good until it was like almost a liquid before I swallowed it. But I wasn't supposed to have that. And then after I ate that, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna eat this, advance myself anymore. I'm gonna follow the rules. Well, that lasted for a couple of days. And then yesterday I had some chicken salad with low-fat mayo and a tiny little drop of the hot and spicy mayo. I think it's Kraft hot and spicy mayo. I love it. It's so good. and I had a fourth of a cup of that and 2 saltine crackers. And it was so good. I chewed it up so good. Like, there were no distinct pieces when I swallowed it. But I still felt guilty afterwards. I didn't feel sick. I had a little bit of discomfort, my stomach, a little pain, but not like real pain, and it seemed to be fine. But after eating that, I felt like I shouldn't have done that, because I so badly want to just do what I'm supposed to do, even though it's really hard. So I don't know if maybe eating those things possibly contributed to a little bit less weight loss, because I haven't had any like real substance except for like 4 ounces of protein shakes here and there. Obviously no fat, because I'm using like 1% milk in my protein shakes. So I don't know if my body just grabbed on to all of the fat and everything in the egg salad and the chicken salad I had, and the crackers, because my body probably thinks I'm starving. So anything I take in, it's going to just grab onto it and say, oh my gosh, we actually got some food, don't burn this off, keep it. And I think that's probably why when people get advanced to purees, they have a stall. I think that's why. So I think if I would have stuck to my liquid diet completely, I would have probably lost another couple pounds. Also, last week when I came into you guys, I was having a lot of diarrhea. I know, TMI. But this week I'm very constipated. So whatever is still inside is also going to weigh when I weigh myself. So I've taken the milk of magnesia twice and had a tiny bit of movement, but not much. So I've talked about that. The last thing, well, there's a couple things. I was talking last week about how I was going to go and see a psychiatrist or a psychologist just to talk to them about the mental side of all this, especially because I really do think I have some definite habits caused by food addiction. I think I've self-soothed with some of the hardships I've been through in my life with food. And food has become a really good friend to me. And now, anyway, so I decided to go and see a psychologist, and I went and saw him on Monday, and that was really good. I really enjoyed that, and I'm going back this upcoming Tuesday. So I really feel like he's going to be able to help me to just think about things differently. He not only is a psychologist, but he's worked with a lot of weight loss surgery patients, and he's also very, very knowledgeable of fitness and nutrition just in his own life. He's just knows a lot about how your body works as far as losing weight and everything. So he's a really good person. I'm glad that we found him, and I think he's going to be able to help me. I'm very excited. This Friday I start purees, and I have a list of things that I'm going to be doing. I'm allowed to have like blended up low-fat casseroles, and one of my favorite things is green bean casserole, so that's one of the first things I'm going to have, and sweet potato casserole. My mom makes this hash brown casserole that's so good, and she can make it low fat. So we just have a whole list of things. And I'm going to eat the egg salad and the chicken salad just like I did, but obviously no crackers, because I'm not supposed to have crackers until I get to soft foods, so that'll be another 2 weeks. But if you guys have any ideas on purees, I know everyone's surgeons have different plans, and your periods may be different to my periods, but my periods are supposed to be blended, and it's supposed to be able to be pushed through a strainer. I don't know. Some of the things I may not push through the strainer. I may just blend it or mush it up really good with a fork and cut it up and everything with a knife, and then just make sure to chew it really well, because I think that's probably just going to make the same difference. Because I know some meats, I don't see how you would push it through a strainer. I don't know. I'll have to see how that works out. But I know Shell Bell, she gave me a website that I went onto last night that had a ricotta bake and a few other things that I'm going to try. But if anybody else has any ideas that got them through pureed with food that has a little bit of texture, because I'm just so tired of everything I eat, not even that it doesn't even need to be chewed. I want something that I need to at least chew a little bit before I swallow it, just because I'm tired of just not chewing. And I tried to chew some gum the other day, and I noticed that when you chew gum and you swallow as you're chewing the gum, what you're doing is you're swallowing air bubbles, and it gave me a stomach ache. So unfortunately, I can't even chew gum, at least not yet. Anyway, I go back to work a week from tomorrow, and I'm excited to go back to work. I'm excited to see what everyone says, if they can tell that I've lost weight. But I am nervous about having enough energy. I don't want to get too tired. Sometimes when I get, like if I'm out walking, even at Walmart, if I'm walking for a while, I start to feel really tired, and sometimes I start feeling even a little bit lightheaded, and I'm just nervous about having like a spell, like a lightheadedness or nausea or something like that while I'm at work, because like I've said before, I'm a hairstylist, and if I'm working on a client, I can't really afford to have to sit down and rest. You know, obviously when people go in to get their hair done, they want to be able to sit there and get their hair done, and some people want it done as fast as possible, so it's a lot of pressure sometimes. So I am a little bit nervous about that, but hopefully I'll be even better a week from today, a week from tomorrow. I'll be feeling great, lots of energy, hopefully being on pureeds and being able to get more vegetables in with all these casseroles I'm going to be eating. I'm hoping that's really going to make a difference in my stamina, my energy. So anyway, I'm excited about the 24.8 pounds total loss. Of course, I do wish that it was a little bit more, but I have to just keep in mind that that's still really good. It's technically 25 pounds if I round up 2 ounces. And my goal was to lose 100 pounds, so that's 25% of my total loss that I want, or 1/4 of the total weight loss that I'm trying for. So that is something to be excited about in less than a month. You know, that's great. But I do know I wanted to lose as much as possible right now, because I know that as time goes on, it's going to slow down. So I wanted to get as much loss now so that it's less, that I have to work harder to lose later. But, oh well, I still can't even exercise. All I can do is walk. So once I can start exercising, which is a month out, and I'm 2 weeks out now, so 2 more weeks I can start exercising, like going to Zumba and swimming and things like that. That'll really probably help speed up my weight loss. And I am prepared after starting pureeds for somewhat of a stall. I'm not going to be freaked out if it happens, because I know that it's going to happen at some point. But hopefully it won't last too long. because I'm ready to lose this weight. The faster the better. Well, I know technically not the faster the better, but I would like to lose it faster rather than slower, just because I like to see instant results. And this is the first time ever with weight loss that I am seeing instant results, because before, for me to lose 25 pounds, it would have taken 3 months, you know. So in less than a month, that's great. But anyway, this video is now 20 minutes, probably about 15 minutes too long. And I'm just glad that I'm feeling better, and it's gonna just continue to get easier. But just like I said, if you guys have any ideas for purees, just let me know. I would greatly appreciate any recipes. And thank you everyone who's been watching my videos and commenting and subscribing. It really means a lot. It's very encouraging and helpful. And continue to do that, because it really does help me when I'm struggling and I'm feeling like doubtful if I can really accomplish this. And then when I have all of you lovely people commenting and just giving me great words of advice, wisdom, and encouragement, it just really helps. So anyway, I hope everyone is doing well, and I will see you guys a week from today. Bye!